Hello, everyone. In this video, we're going to find the volume of different things. So remember, volume is when we talk about something that's three-dimensional. So if you have a box, let me see if I have a box around me, and I do. If you have a box, right, we could measure one dimension of it from side to side. We've been talking a lot about measuring the area of it, how much space the flat surface takes up. But finally, when we have a box, the question we care most about is how much space it takes up three-dimensionally. If I wanted to fill this with books or with water, or in this case, I think my bike lock is in here, how much space is inside? How much space is there to fit anything in there? That's the question we're asking. So if you were a real box, you could, of course, measure it. In this case, we're going to be using a rectangular prism that we have a picture of on the board. In order to find the volume of a rectangular prism, we use a simple formula. It's volume equals length times width times height. So the length of a box of a rectangular prism, we'll call this side from side to side. The width, we'll call how far it is to get to the back, and the height, how tall it is. One of the cool things about rectangular prisms is they're perfect rectangular boxes. So this length right here that I'm highlighting in red is going to be the same distance as this length in the back, as this length on top, and this length here. You can measure any one of those. You're always going to get 7 centimeters. So using the formula, we only multiply 3 things together, the length, the width, and the height. What is the length of this rectangular prism? It is 7 centimeters. What is the width? Here we have it, 2 centimeters. And what is the height? 4 centimeters. So we can find the volume of the rectangular prism by doing 7 times 2 times 4, which if you do on a calculator should be 56. What is the unit we're going to use? We're going to use centimeters cubed. Why cubed? Because it's three-dimensional. We're multiplying 3 dimensions together. 1, 2, 3. 56 centimeters cubed. And this tells us if we had those little centimeter cubes, how many we could use to fill up the entire rectangular prism. All right, well, what if we have a three-dimensional object that is not a perfect rectangular prism? Well, then we have to use a different strategy that's slightly more complex. And that is to find the area of the base. In this case, the base is, is this side down here, this triangle here, because that's going to tell us how much we need to fill up that one layer. And then we multiply that by the height. How tall the three-dimensional object is. So the formula we use for this is going to be volume equals area of the base times height. So we're going to find the area of one end that was stretched out to make the whole thing. So we're going to find the area of this triangle. Of course, we don't have the measurements, so we'd have to actually measure this in real life. Let's say I measured this and I found that this was, I don't know, 3 centimeters. And the other side was 7 centimeters. This is a triangle, so we're going to use the base, which is this end here, times the height times 1/2. Area equals 1/2 times base times height, which is equal to 0.5 times 7 times 3. And this is going to give us 10.5 centimeters squared. So it won't always be a triangle at the base. Sometimes it will be a different shape. You'll have to find the area of whatever shape is at the base and multiply it by the height. Once you've done that, we just need to measure the height. Let's say we measure this and we got 10 centimeters. And then we'll use our original formula, which is volume equals area, which is 10.5, times height, which is 10. 10.5 times 10 is equal to, do this on your calculator if you want to check, 105 centimeters. And again, it's cubed, three-dimensional. You may say we're only multiplying two things together. Well, we are multiplying one thing that's area. This was already two-dimensional. Area is two-dimensional times one more dimension. We're going to have three dimensions. So 105 centimeters cubed. So that's an example of if we don't have a perfect rectangular prism, we cannot just multiply all the numbers together. We have to find the area of the base and multiply that by the height. I hope that's helpful. If you have questions, of course, email me. And otherwise, have a great day. Bye-bye.